Will Johnson went to the arraignment and arrest of President Trump in Florida. He gives us a summary. Stay tuned. Let's start off with real quick. We covered this on Tuesday on a live. Why don't you give us just a couple minutes of what happened on Tuesday with President Trump? It sounded and looked to me unbelievably horrible from what I saw. And quite frankly, I've never seen a circus like that. Why don't you tell us a little bit about what happened?
You know what, Barry? First time in American history that the federal government came down on their political rival. The person in power using the full force of the government to go after someone who is more than likely going to unseat them. They don't want to lose their power. They don't want to lose their control. They're terrified of President Trump returning and fixing everything that they screwed up. They don't want President Trump to go ahead and finally lock down the border. They don't want President Trump to have us to be energy independent again. They're terrified that President Trump is going to get James Comey, going to get Hillary Rodham Clinton, going to get the Biden crime family, going after the deep state. They're terrified of all of that. So what do? They go after President Trump, have him arrested over the exact same thing that Bill Clinton did, the exact same thing that Mike Pence did, Joe Biden, and even Obama. The other presidents have done the exact same thing, but President Trump, they want to arrest him for it because he is coming back. If President Trump came out today, Barry, and said, okay, you know what? I'm going to drop out. And this, if he came out and said this, now, I don't want him to say this. I would be highly ticked off if he did. And this is just me speaking out loud here. President Trump came up there and did like the rest of the politicians and said, okay, I'm going to drop out of the race for the betterment of America. You know how the typical weak in the need, no backbone, spineless Republican will do. I'm going to drop out for the betterment of America. All of this would go away. They would not go after him. It would all go away. But see, President Trump's not going to do that. Them going after President Trump like this, Barry, it only increases his support. You have Democrats that are supporting President Trump because regardless of what they've been saying, they don't want to live in a banana republic. And I'm talking about those who actually know what that is, because you'd be surprised. See, Barry, you know what a banana republic is, but there's a lot of people that don't. And I was surprised, and I'm sitting there telling people about what a banana republic that we're turning into, and they're like looking at us, is that a good thing or a bad thing? They don't know. And I had to explain to them, I said, no, we are a constitutional republic. The Democrats want a banana republic so they can lock up the people that they disagree with or the people that's probably going to unseat them in their power.
Yeah, I just showed the picture from the arraignment. You know, he's lined up with his attorney like a common criminal. Whereas in New York, you shoot somebody on the subway, you're in and out in 10 minutes, no bail release. You're the president of the United States who did exactly what all the other presidents, vice presidents, et cetera, do. None of them get accosted from Senator Clinton on up.
Nothing.
President Trump has to stand in court and is facing 300 years in prison.
Yes.
Not a joke.
And you know the picture that you showed there for them to do an artist because they would not allow any cameras in the courtroom. Did you know, Barry, that they're complaining that the artist that drew that made Trump look good? Can you put it back up on the screen? Look at it. I mean, look at it.
He looks good.
Look at him. Look, he looks vibrant. He doesn't look old. He doesn't look overweight. He doesn't look tired. He looked like he's strong standing there defending himself. He even looks younger in this picture. They're complaining because President Trump doesn't look bad in this picture. All over Twitter, they're complaining about it, Barry.
That's insane.
I know. I mean, there's nothing will make these people happy on the left unless they put a bullet in President Trump or they can finally silence him where he can never even speak. They're so upset that he went to Miami, went to the courthouse. They arrested him, right? But guess what? President Trump, the same night, he goes to a restaurant. They're praying for him. They're upset about that. And then they're upset because he was in New Hampshire, right? He goes to New Hampshire. He does a speech from there. The liberal media and all the Democrats are saying, oh my goodness, this is terrible. He should be in jail until the hearing. He shouldn't even be able to be heard from. Nothing. They want to silence him. And then, of course, and I don't know if we're going to get into it, but you have Hillary Rotten Clinton. She's upset. She's upset because people are still supporting President Trump. Make it make sense. You know what, Barry? It comes down to that they believe, they have it in their mind that if they can do all of this dirt against President Trump, that would just be stupid enough to believe everything that they're telling us other than what we are seeing that they're doing to him. It's so obvious, but they'll be like,
no argument.
Listen, I don't understand. How is it that they're still supporting him? I don't understand. Because he's not a crook, a criminal like she is.